Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pursuit of Happiness. This is the space dedicated to inspiring single, supporting fathers as we navigate through an incredible journey of parenthood. Today we'll be talking about something close to, I believe, every dad's heart, which is spending quality time with your child, even when you're on a budget. I know how it is. I've been there. I'm still currently going through that. And I felt like this would be like a great topic just to basically have for you so you can get either inspiration or ideas where you can spend some quality time with your child and or children and have a good time, things that your kid will remember or your children will remember. So let's just get into it. So being a single dad means wearing many hats. You're the provider, you're the protector, you're the teacher, and a friend. But one of the most rewarding hats we wear is playmate. The good news is building a strong bond with your child doesn't cost a fortune. So let's dive into some budgeting friendly activities that you can try today, actually. So first up is cooking together. Believe it or not, it's not just about making a meal, but it's about creating memories. When you're doing these tasks and you're having your child, get the ingredients and get the utensils and things you need to create this meal, it presents this picture movie in their head and it helps them create more memories. I remember some of the times where I help my mom cook all the time, my dad make his food, and I can even remember the smells of making the food with him. So for this one, you don't have to pick anything crazy. You can pick something simple like pancakes or a homemade pizza, and let your child take the lead. Let them feel like they're in control. At the same time, you want to help them. Obviously, you don't want anybody getting burned or anybody getting cut from the utensil. So not only will they learn to value or learn like a valuable skill, but you also get the fruits of your labor together. And trust me, it may be a little bit messy, but I promise you it's 100% worth it. So it doesn't have to be these two things. Everybody has their own little special dishes that they can make that are very simple. Get creative with it, get fun, don't mind the mess. Just enjoy the memories you're making with your child. The next thing is DIY crafts or do-it-yourself crafts. I actually took part of this with my daughter this weekend. We made slime. She loves her slime. It was very simple to make, but for some reason, when we first started doing our first trial and errors, it didn't come out the best. But when we got the hang of it, it actually came out really well. We needed like baking soda to finalize the actual solution. And then she got really creative where she put some colors in there and with some paint, and it was very inexpensive. We went to the dollar store, got the glue, got the material to make it's like a liquid used to start the process of sliming. It's like a binding tool, and then some baking soda, which dollar store again has it. There are other things you can do. It doesn't need to be slime if your child doesn't like slime, but you can do like pick up some paper, some markers. I know children love to draw and be creative. My daughter is one to like to draw pictures and paintings, and you can even play like a board game. One thing that I like playing is like Sorry with her, or I like playing Connect Four, or sometimes we just make our own things up. Like we'll build like a mini castle inside the living room with the furniture, so that way we can play like Tea Party or whatever the case is, and that way we can actually like have fun, get creative, and still keep it very low budget. One of the things that I did when I first moved by myself and I really didn't have a job or any income at all was I used to bring my daughter to the park a lot. We would find these hikes that were around our area, and it was always a nice way to just get away from the stress or take time to ourselves where we can actually have a conversation, talk, take pictures of her, see different things that we've never seen before and just get a breath of fresh air. Sometimes it's the best way to do it. I know other things you could do are like scavenger hunts you can actually set up in your backyard if you wanted to keep it right next door or right next to you. Sorry, my arm's getting kind of tired from holding the phone. I didn't bring my gyro spare, so I'm having to like move it a little bit and move my body so it doesn't get too stiff. I'm getting older, I know. But these are definitely fun things that you can do with your child. Don't be scared of the bugs. Bring bug spray and just find some time to enjoy yourself and get that breath of fresh air and that walk that we all need as single fathers sometimes. And what better way to have that breath of fresh air and walk with it being your kids or your child or your daughter or your son. Just, enjoy yourself and live in the moment. Right, and section 4, we know we cannot forget about this, but this is movie night at home. If you have a chance where your child or your children are staying with you, have a movie night. Every kid loves a movie. Make sure you don't forget the popcorn, the drinks. Try to set up the area where you're gonna have your movie in a way where the child can feel like they're in a theater, or just have a time where you can just spend with your child laying down watching a movie that they always been wanting to watch. There's a lot of services like Netflix. There's a lot of things you can go on. YouTube has even free movies too. They may have ads, but hey, it's still free movies. Another thing I like to use is like Pluto TV, or I believe it's called Tubi TV, where it's like a free program. And they have things like me and my daughter saw Caroline, which was free, and she loves that movie. So we've seen it a couple times actually. And to this day, even when she comes over or when I see her, she always asks me, "Can we see Caroline?" Or she'll talk about Caroline. So these are things that are low budget, but they're gonna have an impact in your child's, you know, memory. They're gonna remember these things. I remember them, trust me, and I know you remember them too. So these are things you can do. Make it fun, and just enjoy the time with your child or children. And then one of the most important things that I can say would be reading. Right now, me and my daughter have been reading countless books. I've gotten her a library card. I want her to start building her own library now. You know, you can be a mixture of books that are educational and books that are just fun to do to get their creative minds flowing. Reading does not only help your child's development, but it builds a special bond. Again, these are things that probably not every parent is doing, so they're different from the norm, and I believe that these will hold true value for your children in the long run. One of the things I want to get her reading are some more self-development books that I am, but she's 9 and she's getting there, and we'll be making our way there sooner or later. But I would highly suggest getting a book. If you don't have your library card, getting a library card, start reading, start finding out what your child likes, and you guys will create these memories together. And it's always fun when you start to pick up reading and start to actually enjoy it like I do now. It becomes very fun just to open up a book and read and have silence and just, you know, communicate with your child and ask them questions about what they understood from the story. Ask them what did they get out of this story, so that way it kind of sticks with them and they don't forget as well. And I hope these little tips, free things that you can do, helps out a lot. I'm going to be talking about some apps you can use to help, you know, find these things you can do with your child. If you wanted to get more, think of like more creative ideas or more like bigger ideas that you want to do with your child that still are low budget and free, I'll put some apps there as well. I want you to know that the key to bonding with your child isn't about how much money you spend. It's about the time, the love, the attention, and the effort you give your child. These small moments, they stick with them for a lifetime and show them what really matters. And the more I think about it, the more I wish my parents did more with me instead of focusing on having to go to work all the time or having to focus on what am I going to get them for Christmas or what am I going to get them for their birthday, but more just spend more time with me and understood me and made special moments with me. So when I decided to be that parent that I guess my parents weren't or didn't know how to be, I understood that it was more than just the money and the gifts. It was more about the child and what they like to do and what really matters to them. Like my daughter was more excited for slime than she was for any of her gifts from Miss Chris. She talks about it to this day. Any of the gifts she has, it's all about the slime. So there's something that your child likes, you can find it out, figure it out, the more you get to know them, and I guarantee you they're gonna love you forever. So as promised, some apps that you can use are like apps that have events. Like Meetup is a good app that probably has a lot of family and single parent groups that you can bring your child with, and then they are typically free. Eventbrite is another solution that you can use. Kids Out and About is another app that you can use. It shows low cost activities for you and your children. There are countless and several different apps online that you can find. It all is about you taking initiative and action to do it. If this is something that I honestly would hope is something that you want to do for your child and for yourself, take the action, find the apps, download them, and put the effort in to see how you can work them to your favor and keep it low budget and free for yourself. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video very helpful. And if you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the Pursuit of Happiness. And I'd love to hear, some of your favorite budgeting activities that you do with your children. Maybe I missed some or I went a little bit too fast, but I want everyone else to benefit from this as well. So, put some stories in the comments. Let's have some type of interaction and encouragement on this page. And please don't forget to hop onto our Facebook page, The Pursuit of Happiness. Join the group. And again, I promise it'll be a decision you won't regret. This is something where we can actually keep this community tight and build on from there. So again, this is Devon Trail. Don't mind me, I'm in my little office that I recently started, and I've been working since about 8 a.m. and it's about 7 p.m. So I'm getting ready for myself to get out of here, which is why I'm just doing this right now. chances are I'll edit the video in the morning or tonight when I get home and upload it in the morning. But remember one thing, as a single father, as a parent, you're never alone. There's always support. Trust me, people or someone else is currently going through what you're going through, maybe something worse, maybe something not as bad, but we all do need support and we all need each other and our children need us. So KMF, which means keep moving forward, stay positive, stay hopeful, and things are coming. And I appreciate you so much just for taking the time to spend here. I'm sorry if this wasn't the most intense video, but I wanted to make it quick without having to break my arm holding this phone and still provide you some type of information so that way you can use it and that way you and your life can potentially get better with you and your loved ones. So I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'm exhausted. Take care.